Hello, I want to talk to you about how a lot of people will look to someone like a billionaire or someone they aspire to be like, and they'll ask them, how can I become a billionaire? And you'll hear the billionaire tell you his opinion, how you can do it too, and I just wanted to tell everybody something is that the thing you have to remember is just because they are in a place where you think you want to be doesn't mean everything they say is true. And I'll give you an example. There are so many variables in life. It's like I heard this guy say, you shouldn't leave any money for your kids. The best thing the kids can have is to be born into poverty. I can just see so many people taking that advice and applying it to their own situation based on nothing more than a billionaire or someone you looked up to told you this is the best thing. What we need to be doing is thinking for ourselves, and I'm not saying there's not a lot of good things you can learn from a billionaire or people you aspire to be. On the contrary, I agree that is the way to learn and to be like those people. You have to listen to them, you have to learn from them, but at the same time you have to remember that at the end of the day, ultimately this is their opinion, this is according to their experiences, their life, in whatever year they were growing up or made their money. It could have been the 1970s, they could have been a white person. That's just a lot different than if you were a African American person, you know what I mean, in the 1920s. And I feel like what a lot of them do is they take the things that were true to them based on what happened to them in their experiences and just applying it to everybody in all kinds of years. And that's where I think it can be a little misleading. So we're in the year 2019 now, and a lot of these billionaires you're looking at have made their money in the 80s, in the 90s, and it was just a lot different. I'm not saying it was better back then, I'm not saying it's worse. I think it's there's always new opportunities that come with the new times and the new changes, like the internet. So the takeaway here is just to remember there's two things I like to say behind any big claim or statement. I like to ask according to who, and I like to also add to their sentence, in your opinion, or is this your opinion, or how much of this is your opinion. Because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all don't know where we came from, we all don't know where we're going, and we all go to the bathroom, we all get sick and die. None of us are better than another. In other words, no one's better than you. And what I'm telling you to do is trust your own experiences, your own lessons that you've taken from your life, and it's important to be honest with yourself. So you have to have a moment where you decide, I am going to start an honest dialogue with myself. And from this moment on, you have to realize that it doesn't help you to lie to yourself. So therefore, you need to start an honest dialogue with yourself. And for me, it started with, I was very unhappy. I was going through some negative cycles. It was you could call it a kind of a negative season of my life. And I had a moment where I decided I was just going to be honest with myself, because I wasn't helping myself by being disingenuous with myself, up here. So I asked myself, why am I unhappy? Why am I continuing to repeat these cycles? And literally within 10 seconds the answer came to me. In my case, I was lonely. I was looking for that affirmation. My love language is affirmation. So people telling you good job, and we love you, and you're so good, and wow, you're doing such a good job, Isaac, good. I was an adult, and I was seeking it from kind of shallow friends that didn't care about me kind of significantly, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't really care about them significantly. So I came to the conclusion, we're all just want something from each other. And that's another video. That is being honest with yourself. So with me, it was being honest with myself, admitting I was lonely, and I literally met the girl that changed my life, like I think that day even, or the next day. So that's how fast things can change if you start being honest with yourself. So once you start being honest with yourself, then you can use what I call the filter. Is when you're ever presented with an extraordinary claim, I call it, like someone comes up to you and it's like, oh, did you hear like microwaves cause cancer? Or did you hear cell phones cause cancer? Or did you hear, the earth is flat? There's a lot of people that believe that now. That is what we call an extraordinary claim. And there's a saying, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And what that means is like, you have to have a picture, a video, eyewitness, some form of evidence to back up that claim. Like if you're gonna claim that you saw a Bigfoot or a Yeti, you better have a picture or a video, or else there is literally nothing backing your claim. So you apply that to anyone making extraordinary claims to you, and specifically regarding money, like, oh, I made $1 million in 1 year following this class I took. Okay, ask according to who? Is this your opinion, or is this a opinion? And if you dig like this deep, you'll find out 99% everything's according to somebody. So you need to find the source of this claim and evaluate for yourself if it's something you want to allow into your beliefs. Because what comes into your beliefs affects everything in your life, and there's actually a great book written about it called The Cycle. It's on Amazon, and I actually wrote it myself. If you use this filter, remember, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And is this your opinion? According to who? There'll be a lot of things that'll be deflected before you allow it into your belief system, and things you do allow into your belief system, they will be according to something. There will be good evidence for you to believe it, or it will be something that you experienced in your life that you can say, okay, well, when I was 10 years old, I saw this happen, so I have very specific things I've learned from this experience that I've had. And I actually value that as some of the highest evidence a person can have, is a personal, witness of something. Or if you're the personally experienced something, then you should never trust another person's opinion about that experience higher than your own. That's all I'm saying. And if we follow this as our compass, we'll always, have our footing. We'll always know where we are because we know where we came from. We're honest with ourselves. You don't have to be honest with everyone, but at the least be honest with yourself, because it's going to hurt you if you're not. Be honest with yourself about your strengths, about your weaknesses. And just to wrap it up with that whole billionaire thing is that, one of them said, I slept at the office every night. Like I worked all day, I slept in the office, I woke up, I worked again. And if you want to be a millionaire, you got to be willing to do that. Okay, hold on a second. That's your opinion. That's what you did. We don't know if that really helped you or not. It might have made it worse because, you have to take a shower and stuff, and you have to eat, and you have to have a balanced life, or else you could have a heart attack, and there's all kinds of stuff. So you got to be careful about. And I know there's a temptation to follow it because it's like, well, he's obviously a billionaire. He obviously knows what he's talking about. And those preconceived notions are in our head, and it's easy to, kind of fall for that, no offense. So I just want to put this out there just so people can remember to ask according to who, is this your opinion? And what do I think about this? And remember, you hold the keys to your own reality, and you are the judge and jury when it comes down to what you allow in your belief system. And check out the book I wrote called The Cycle, where I explain how everything is affected by your beliefs. And it's a very short book, and I will make another video about that. But thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.